Hello, hello guys. Today we will study about the what? We will study about the what? Trigonometric. Trigonometry. Trigonometric, and its basic principle and how the formula is derived. Okay. So first of all, we know that the first formula for the trigonometric is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, right? So we have to prove this. How we can prove? Using Pythagoras theorem, right? So what is Pythagoras theorem? I think everyone knows it. Knows that Pythagoras theorem is the sum hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the square of other two squared, which means perpendicular square plus base square, right? So on dividing both sides by hypotenuse square, left hand side and right hand side by hypotenuse square, so we get p by h whole square, right? So we can use like this, right? B by h is this, in hypotenuse by hypotenuse is 1. So p by h is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, which is sine theta, right? So square is here, so I can say it here, and b by h is cos theta, which is cos square theta, which is equal to 1, right? So it is proved. So yeah, the sine square theta from trigonometric, we proved that sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, which is proved, right? So from here we can also prove two formula by dividing cos square theta on both sides. So from here we will sine by cos is nothing but tan square theta, and cos square is 1, right? So 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, right? Similarly, if I divide this equation by sine square theta, then it will be look a little bit different, right? Before I divide sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 by cos square theta, right? Now I divide sine square theta plus cos square theta by sine square theta. What I get is 1 by cos by sine is what? Cot, right? So which is equal to cos x square theta. These are the three basic formulas for trigonometric. Okay, I'm getting my point. That's all, right? Now we will study about the next formula, which is what? Sin a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cosAsinB. So which is very important formula of the trigonometric, right? So yeah, it can be proved using Euler's theorem, which says e to the power iota theta is equal to cos theta plus iota sin theta, right? So take theta as a what? A plus b, right? So this will be what? Cos bracket a plus b, because I take theta as a plus b, right? So instead of theta, I will use a plus b. So I take this term to left hand side because I have to find the value of something like cos a plus b and sin a plus b, right? So I take this here at left hand side, and I have to find the value of this, right? So I here e to the power iota theta, right? So I can write it as e to the power iota a into e to the power iota b. Okay, so this is equal to, so this is also equal to this, right? If I put here a, and this will be look like what? Cos a plus iota sin a times what? Cos b plus iota sin b, right? So now if you have multiplied this and left hand side is this, right? So cos a plus b plus iota sin a plus b, right? So multiply this become what? Cos a cos b, and iota square will be what? Minus, right? Minus sin a sin b, okay? Plus if I plus this become what? Iota cos a sin b, right? And this will be iota sin a cos b, okay? Get it? Now if I take this common out, so what we get will be, real term will be cos a cos b minus sin. So comparing this, I get cos a plus b. Yeah, so I will rub this, okay? So see, now if I let me rub this, okay? Yeah, so comparing this, we get what? Cos bracket a plus b is equal to cos a cos b minus sin A sin B, right? Because real term I compare, right? So I get this value. Similarly, sine bracket A plus B will be what? Iota common, then this will be sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, right? So this I get the value sin A cos B plus cos A sin B from Euler's formula, right? Now let's see. Sin bracket A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, right? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Yeah. Now this is proof, right? So from this we can derive so many formulas. See, if I substitute instead of B I substitute A, then this will become what? Sin square A, right? This will be what? Sin A cos B plus sin 2 theta is equal to, okay, this will be look like sin A cos A, right, plus sin A cos A plus cos A sin A, right? So this will look on product, this is same, right? So this will be 2 sin A cos A, okay? So sin A plus A is nothing but sin 2A, right? So therefore sin 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A, okay? Are you getting my point? Yeah, that's great. So now wait, let me use the earphone. It's better, I think, sound. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. So yeah, sin 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A, we get, right? Now if we use, like, see, it can also derive like this, right? For uh, from the Euler's formula, if we take like e to the power iota A minus B, then we can find the value of sin bracket A minus B as well, okay, like we saw before. So this will be sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, right? So now we can use for the cos will be cos A plus B will be, before we get what, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, right? So if I put here, instead of B I put here A, this become cos 2A. This will be cos square A minus sin square A, right? So from this we can make a more formula by putting the sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? We've always proved, right? So from here, if I put here sin square A, instead of sin square A, if I put here 1 minus cos square A, this will be what? 1 minus means 2 cos square S minus 1, A minus 1, right? In the similar way, if I put here, instead of cos square, if I put in 1 minus sin square, this will be 1 minus 2 sin square. So therefore, there will be so many formulas from these two formula. Again, we have the little another formula, like if I put here like sin A plus B is equal to how much? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, right? So now if I want to find the sin 90 plus theta or 90 minus theta, whatever. So this is A, this is B, right? So A is 90 and B is theta, okay? And A is 90 and B is theta, right? So sin 90 is 1, which is cos theta, and cos 90 is 0, so this will every number multiplied by 0. So we get sin 90 plus theta is equal to cos theta. So we can relate with any other trigonometric as well. If we say sin 90 minus theta, cos 90 plus theta, so we can use this formula, great. So yeah, now we will study now we can also derive the CD formula, which is very important, okay? CD formula, okay? CD formula, sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, right? And sin A minus B is equal to how much? Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, okay? So now if we take like A plus B is equal to C and A minus B is equal to D, right? So take this A plus B as a C and this is a minus D, A minus B as a D. So if we sum this will be what? A plus B is equal to C, A minus B is equal to D. So if we sum this, B will cancel, right? So 2A is equal to C plus D. A is equal to C plus D by 2. From here we get, instead of A, I can substitute here C plus D. So we have to use the substitution method here, okay? So if I put here a value of A here, then I get a B is equal to C minus D by 2, okay? So you just put, okay? So this is what we get, right? So now put the each value. We have let a plus b is equal to c, right? So I put here c. So add this and add this two equation, we get what? Sine c plus, and this is what? A minus b is a d, right? And a is what? C plus d by 2. So this is c plus d by 2, and b is c minus d by 2, right? Sorry, this will be cancelled, okay? So we get only this, because this, if we add this both are same, right? So cancel out. So we get 2, right? Because these are same, right? So 1 plus 1 is 2, right? So we get the actual formula like this, sine c plus sine d. So we can relate it with another cos as well, because we know the formula, then we can use like this, right? I hope you understand this series formula. Yes, now we study about the trigonometrics graph. See, sine theta's graph. Sine theta graph is look like this, okay? Always remember it will be start from 0, because value of the sine 0 is 0, right? And value of the, this is maximum value is 1 and minimum value is minus 1, okay? And at pi by 2 it will be 1, right? Sine 90 is 1, right? At pi is equal to 0, and at 3 pi by 2 is equal to something like this, 2 pi, 4 pi, sorry, 3 pi, 4 pi. So yeah, sine will be 0 at n pi, right? Because you can see this graph, you know. So sine will be 0 degree at n pi, right? Getting my point? The same way, cos theta graph started from 1, okay? Cos 0 is because 1, right? So it will be look like, in negative term, it will be look like this. And this cos 0 degree is 1, okay? So this is 1, and the limit, the range is always this for sine and cos is minus 1 to 1. So it will never go beyond 1 and less than minus 1, right? So always range is minus 1 to 1, and cos 0 is 1, right? And cos 90 is 0, right? And cos 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, okay? In the same way, you can find the tan theta, okay? Tan theta is simple. Tan 0 is 0, and tan 45 is 1, tan 90 is infinity, right? So it will never touch the y-axis, right? In the same way, minus will be, this will look symmetrical, right? So the tan graph will be look like this, 0 degrees, 0, right? Yeah. So yeah, the range will be, of course, minus infinity to infinity, right? I hope you understand. That's all. And this is all about trigonometric. You can study further trigonometric. That's all. I hope you understand.